Hello, everybody, and welcome to the pilot episode of what we are going to be calling the Commissioners Chat for the APFA. I am Colin Pierce, one of the three commissioners for this league. My specialty is in content operations, and with me tonight I have my lovely wife, Allison.
Hello.
How are you today, honey?
I'm doing great.
Well, I am super glad that you are here with me tonight, mostly because I don't think you've ever really understood this side of me.
You are a man of many talents and many interests, and I will not lie and say that the simulation football world is one that I thought I would dive into with you, but there's a moment in life for everything. And this time of my life, I'm going to be a commissioner's wife, and I might as well own it.
I love it. I love it. And you and I have been married for 9 years. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Good guess. Good guess. Good guess. So, and we are about to take our relationship to the next level by really showing you all of me here in the APFA.
Wow, mutual hobbies. We've never meshed hobbies before. We've kind of lived on an island where I got to do my things and you got to come down and do your things. And now you have brought me into this land with you. And honestly, I'm a little afraid.
Well, that's okay because we're going to be helping you along the way. And by me, I mean me and everybody else who is involved in this Discord server who loves this game. Here shortly, you're going to be joining the server for the first time, and I am positive you'll get a warm welcome.
That is slightly concerning only because I know a handful of guys that are already in the chat, so I'm sure they're going to have some things to share. And honestly, I kind of excited. I have never had virtual friends before. The majority of your friends are virtual, and I've never had the experience of virtual friends. All my friends are real people, so it might be kind of nice.
Well, screw you. Virtual friends are cool. Okay? And they're low maintenance. So I think you'll enjoy yourself very much. So what I want to do here for this pilot episode is just let the league know you a little bit better. I think everybody knows me pretty well in my history with sim sports and what I've been involved in, but nobody really knows you. I've mentioned you a few times, but this is your first official opportunity to present yourself to the league.
Wow, that's pretty high expectations of me. Important to note, I am not a gamer nor an athlete, so this entire experience is going to be brand new biscuits for me. I don't really have a lot of knowledge of football in general, even like physical football, NFL, college football. So it's not high on my knowledge scale, but I'm willing to learn for you.
I do have a question for you.
Okay.
Why now? Why decide to become a co-host for a podcast for what is soon to be probably the greatest virtual league ever?
Wow. I am entering an era of life where I'm just trying a bunch of new stuff. I have changed jobs in the last year. Mm-hmm. I've tacked on another job on top of that. I'm just really diving into my new me era and what else to add to the resume besides simulated football podcast co-host.
Okay, well, that's a great answer. I hope you really enjoy yourself. I ask you to be patient with me as I try to explain things to you, but I do think you'll enjoy yourself. One thing that I want to say here for those who are listening is Allie is going to be representing a part of the league for new members, as she will be the newest of members here shortly, and really will come to the table with all the questions that new members might have. And I think it's going to give us a good, what's the word I'm looking for? Didactic?
No, that's not it.
That's not it.
It feels wrong. Good representation.
of my expertise and your newness together. So I think between both of those outlooks, we will be able to really present the league on a week-to-week basis, which is our plan. So each week we're going to meet together and talk about what's going on in the league and all sorts of fun things. So let me just explain to you a little bit about what the APFA is. And in case you did not know, this league uses a very specific game called All Pro Football 2K8. And yes, that is 2008.
Wow.
And there's a reason for that. For most of us in this league, this is the first game that kind of made us fall in love with sim sports, with virtual football, with fake football, as you call it.
I call it that lovingly.
I know.
It's the alliteration for me.
You are a sucker for alliteration. Well, we use this game because we truly believe that this game just stands out among all the others, among all the Maddens, all the college football games. This is the game to play. And what you'll see in this league is there are custom teams, there are user-created players, and all of these games are AI simulated. So it does provide a lot of avenues for people looking for different levels of involvement.
In the level of AI that we have in 2025, there hasn't been a more updated version of a game just like this that gives you all those features that you could be able to do what I would consider to be much more efficiently in the last 2 decades.
Surprising, right? But that's how we feel.
Okay.
That's how we feel.
I trust your judgment. I'm sure you've played all of them, so.
So the way that this is going to work is I'm going to be handling the technical stuff. And Allie, you're going to be asking all the questions.
I'm the yapper.
You're great at that. So let's go ahead and dive right into this a little bit because we have a really exciting event coming up this Saturday. And I know you've heard me talk about it, but we have our first official draft.
Draft day?
Draft day. Saturday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We will be drafting the inaugural group of players to carry our league into Season 1.
And these are players that have been created by members of this league.
Yes. Would you believe it if I told you that since we created this league not so long ago, there are 53 user-created players?
What? That's actually way more involvement than I was kind of thinking.
That's pretty good, isn't
good.
it? Now, there are 80 some in the server, but some have chosen to not create players yet. We're hoping that as they see Season 1 roll out, they will decide to go ahead and make a player and get involved. But 53 off the bat, 8 of those are owners. There are about 20 some, no, there are about 17 other staff members, leaving a total of 32 available for the draft.
Were they only allowed to create one player?
Yes, 1 player apiece. Yep. And we're starting this season with 8 teams. Okay. So 8 divided by the available 32 draftees is an even 4 rounds
For the draft.
for the draft.
It's pretty good math.
Yep, pretty good. So this draft is going to be going in a serpentine format. Are you familiar?
Is that where you go all the way to the end and then you reverse it? Bring
Yes.
it back now, y'all?
Yes. Let me see if I can find you a graphic. Here we go. So here is the Season 1 draft order. You have the Pottsville Maroons with number 1.
Go, Dave.
London Knights, number 2. Number 3 is the Hampton Falls Neptunes out of Virginia. Number 4, you have the Munich Metalheads from Germany. Number 5, you have the Pungo, oh gosh, what are they called? Pataroons, I think is what they're called. Number 5, you have the DC Tribe. Number 6, you have the DC Tribe. Number 7, you have the Appalachian Outlaws. And number 8, you have the Georgia Demons.
Are one of these yours?
No,
You don't have a team?
no. We decided that that the commissioners in the league will not be owning teams. We are simply governing the league
Well,
as a whole.
honestly, that's not a bad choice because then you don't really have as much buy-in into the outcomes of the games. You just have buy-in for the league success. So I'm not mad about that. I just know that you really love the hoopla.
I do. I am a sucker for hoopla. But back to what we're talking about here.
Sorry, listen, I'm learning.
The Serpentine. You can see here in this graphic that I posted in league content that it, goes from Pottsville all the way to Georgia and then starts back up with Georgia in round 2 and ends at Pottsville. Okay.
And then round 3 would start at Pottsville and go
Yes.
back again. I see it's a snake.
Yes. That is how it works. Let's pull you back up here. So the way that we determined the draft was through randomization on the computer. We just decided that we would randomize 8 times, once for each owner, and whatever the lineup was is what we would stick with, and we did that Serpentine style.
This is a live draft,
Yes.
so people will be...
It'll be live. All the owners will be on, and they will be picking their players from this wonderful website, which we need to turn to next here. Let me see if I can pull it up here on... Yeah, there we go. There we go. So here is our website, and you can filter through all of the available players through the unassigned filter, and it'll show you 32 players out of 53, and it shows you their name, their position, their height, their weight. Every new player starts as a bronze tier,
Okay.
and every player gets either 1 high-level animation for their position or 2 low-level animations for their position, which is all created. So you'll go through this as you enter the Discord and we open up the portal. You'll get to make your player. But really awesome. Liam, I hope you get to meet him sometime soon. He's actually from London. So he is the owner of the London Knights, but he does live in London. So he's a few hours ahead of time.
Nice.
But he has invested his time and money and energy into this wonderful website that gives us all kinds of cool features, including being able to host a live draft.
Nice.
So let me go to the Discord here and show you a snapshot that he sent us of what it will look like. Here we go. So let's see if I can pull this over here. Yeah. So you can see we will have who's on the clock, who's up next, and so on and so forth. We'll have a timer for what's going on. It will show you what pick it is, how many players are remaining, and it will show you the most recent picks here in the big section.
That's cool. So it's just like a widget embedded in the website so you can kind of navigate it.
Yeah.
That's super streamlined.
Yeah, it is. And everything is ran by AI. So he just has to ask AI to manage certain things. Like I messaged Liam last week and I said, hey, can you close the portal on Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time? And he said, yeah, no problem. And he just asks AI to do it and it handles it.
Cool. Technology's cool.
Really cool. So thank you, Liam.
Thanks, Liam. Shout out, Liam.
Big shout out to Liam. So let's see here. So any questions so far?
I guess it's really hard for me to even know what I don't know yet because I am just kind of digging in. I'm not in the Discord yet. I haven't got to experience even like gameplay. So it's one of those situations where I'm just kind of impressed by the advancement of things like this. I think it kind of takes away from what I'm going to say the archaic nature of the game itself when you look at it because, it has graphics that were cool in 2008, but comparative, it doesn't feel like it. But when you look at the possibilities to be able to elevate it to what feels like a 2025 experience, I think that is a super big advantage that you guys have to be able to make this something that is active and engaging today.
Yeah. Yeah. So what we've also done is we set limits for each position. So there are 8 teams, which means there will not be a need for any more than 8 quarterbacks.
Because you just need one per team?
Right.
Is that in real life too?
I mean,
One quarterback a team.
well, I mean, there are backups, but in video games, nobody wants to be a backup on the video game, right? So you have one starting quarterback, you have one starting running back, you have a couple receivers, a couple tight ends, so on and so forth. You have starters and you have backups.
Okay, so you have 8 possibilities for each position, and you just get what you get based on the draft lineups.
So we set up limits on a first come, first served basis. And this was all programmed on the website. Let me go to
Thanks, Liam.
where basically you log in and you go to create your player. Let me see if I can go to create a player. It's restricted. Yeah, it's restricted. But it would show you how many of each position was left. It would say, 8 of 8 quarterbacks. And then after a couple were put in, it would say 5 of 8 quarterbacks were remaining. And that way it kept track of all of those positions. And once a spot was filled, it would no longer let anybody else make a player for that position.
So when people created these players, they didn't create them with a team in mind. They just created them with a skill set that they hoped was marketable for a specific team to want to draft them.
Yes. Now, for this first season, it's a little different because everybody's going to get drafted in the first season. But down the road, as teams get full and more people join the league, it's going to become more and more important that you build a player that is attractive to somebody else, because there's a chance you may not end up getting drafted later down the road here in seasons if somebody doesn't want your player.
Would there be a downfall to just building more teams so that way there's always going to be a place for each player? I mean, I'm an includer at heart, so I'm kind of like
I know you are.
I'm kind of like, well, that would be pretty bad for morale and engagement if you're like, I put all this time into a player and then nobody's going to pick him just because I didn't give him this, animation or whatever.
What you're talking about is what everybody in the league knows as expansion. Eventually, there will be some expansion to 10 teams, but you want to be careful because we want to balance having several user players on a team versus not having enough. So we don't want everybody just to be quarterbacks and have 20 teams full of just a quarterback. Right? So what we really want is around 10 to 12 real life people on each team.
Okay. I understand that.
That's a sweet spot, right? So if we grow to the point where we have 10 players on each team, we might consider expanding a couple teams.
Okay.
So,
Cool.
yep. And
So draft.
yep, so the draft is coming up. That is Saturday. I do not think it'll take very long. We're going to do it on the stage as an event on Discord. It should go rather quickly, and then we will be getting things started for the next season from there. One thing I do want to talk about is the tier system. And for those who aren't familiar, and I'll explain it to my wife here, what the tier system is. So what I told you earlier was all new players start as a bronze tier. So let's take this guy.
Ken
Highway Star Ledermeyer. He is going to be a wide receiver. He's a bronze to start off, and he picked Route God as his animation. Okay. What we are incorporating in this league, and again, it's on the website, is once a week you will be able to check in and get a progression point for your player.
I need you to tell me what that means.
So what it will entail is between Friday and Monday, all you have to do is come into the website, click on your player. I'll show you my player. Chug Hamstein.
Why would you name him that?
It's based off of the Hams bear.
Oh, naturally. His name's Chug.
Well, my player is.
Yeah, I love it.
You will hit progress during that time, and you collect a progression point.
Well, I don't know what that means. What is a progression point? Like, what does it do for you?
So let me go to the rule book. Great rule book. So in this game, the game utilizes a tier system. You have players that are copper, bronze, silver, and gold. Okay. And all of those have base attributes. Are you familiar with what an attribute is?
Is that just like a skill set?
Like speed, agility, strength.
Oh, you tried to make a board game one time where you could give skill sets.
Let's stay on task here.
Oh,
Let's not
just
bring
let
that up.
everybody know that once upon a time, Colin Pierce wanted to build a board game, and it had attributes. I listened to you, honey.
So copper has all of the important attributes for that position at a lower level. When you take that player to a bronze, all of them increase to a certain point. When you go to silver, they increase. When they go to gold, they increase again. Does that make sense?
Yes. So going back to like Root God or whatever.
Route God.
Route God? That was one of his attributes.
Route God is an animation. That is different than an attribute.
Oh no. Okay, I'm gonna need
All
an
right.
example of what an attribute is.
So an attribute is, let's stick with wide receiver, for example. Are you familiar with what a wide receiver is?
That is a guy who catches the ball.
Absolutely. You got it.
He catches the ball when somebody throws it to him.
So attributes that are important: speed, agility,
And them hands.
catching, route running,
Yeah.
okay,
Fast boy.
strength, jumping, whatever.
Okay.
Right? Those are attributes.
Yeah.
Okay, those all have values in the game on the computer. 0 to 99.
Oh wow. Okay.
Okay, that's what your tier levels are for.
Okay.
Okay, they go up and down, but your animations have special abilities. These animations are what make your player special. Okay, so for instance, down here at wide receiver, if you want to give your player acrobatic catches, now in the game, he is more likely to have a spectacular catch in the game. Okay? Breakaway burst means that if he catches the ball and he's in a wide open space, he has a special speed boost that keeps him from getting caught. Okay? You have...
The deep throat.
Stop that. you have Route God, which makes his routes crisp and clean and more likely to come open when he's running his route. Okay, those are your animations. They do play into the attributes, but only occasionally and only under certain circumstances that the AI decides on. Does that make sense?
Yeah. So I guess you select this and you create your player and you give them these abilities, but you're still dependent on the computer to make it happen. You are not physically playing the game
Right.
to be like, do the thing.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So you're just really putting all your eggs in the basket.
Yes.
Okay.
And you're hoping that your owner and that your team staff members will be able to put together a good game plan,
Oh, that's right, because you build the playbook.
put together a good playbook, and set your team up for success. Right? So that's what this is all about. Now, let's get back to the progression points. You save your points. Each check-in earns 1 progression point. Your points can be banked and then spent on upgrades. These upgrades can be spent on tier level. So for instance, if you save 5 progression points, you can cash those in and take your player from a bronze tier to a silver tier.
But that would take 5 weeks.
That would take 5 weeks.
How long is your season?
10 weeks, but this is also including off season. And another thing that we're going to be doing, which hasn't officially been announced, but we are going to give every player 5 progression points as a way to kind of prorate the start of the season.
Okay, like a little good faith money. Like, hey, we really want you to be successful. We want you to be excited.
Yeah.
Here's like a gift bag for the beginning of the season.
Yes. So we're going to be giving those people, so all of the users can upgrade to silver if they'd like, or they could spend those points on animations. So you can take 5 points and get a low level animation, or you can spend 10 points and get a high level animation.
Do you think that animations or the progressions are more valuable when it comes to banking your points?
It depends, because if you look at the points you need to accumulate to go from silver to gold, it's a lot more. Mm-hmm. You have to collect 20 points to progress from silver to gold.
Yeah.
So, players and coaches will have to decide what they think is best as far as where these points should be spent. Are you with me so far?
I think so. I should have been taking notes, honestly.
Let's talk about salary cap. You know what salary cap is?
You can't pay them more than this amount of dollars.
You can't spend more than this amount of dollars on your entire team.
Oh, yeah. So that way you can't get like a bunch of high-level players and then just like rack up the best team ever and leave everybody else with the squalor.
Right. So, for instance, if you make a wide receiver, she will start as bronze.
Inclusion, love her.
And will have a high level animation. Okay. So the bronze tier by itself is worth 2 points, and the high level animation is worth 2 points. So your cap that you would take up as a player would be 4 points. Okay. So if you would progress to silver with one high level animation, you would be worth 5 points. Mm-hmm. With me?
Yeah.
So
it's math.
Yep. And that will be up to your owner to decide how to utilize your contract. But in season 1, everybody's going to be max value. There's not going to be any reason to cut contracts.
Are some of these players, they'll exist from season to season, right? You don't have to start back over.
Right. So if you stick with this league for 5 seasons, you're going to have a maxed out player who may or may not, depending on what team you are with, will need to renegotiate your contract and kind of cut you down a little bit to make room for other players on the team. Mm-hmm. And both you and the owner would have to agree to that contract.
Yeah, kind of like aging out in a way to make room for people who are up and coming.
Yeah. Yep. So, any questions so far about that?
No, I'm feeling pretty educated.
Very good. Well, now I think is the time for you to open up your Discord app, Allison, and come on into the server. I sent you an invite a little bit ago.
Hold, please. I
want you to go ahead and come on in and test the waters.
I'm a Discord noob. I don't even know how to get back to my notification.
You want to hit that bear up there? That's me.
Okay.
And you want to join the server.
Is that Chug?
That's Chug.
Join. He did it.
Now, what you're going to see here are some pre-qualifications to get into the server, which have been created. It's not a test, just read. Read out loud for us. Tell us what you're seeing.
Okay, I see a pop-up box that says APFA. You can now wear a tag from the All-Pro Football Association. Adopt the tag to display it next to your name.
Ooh, you going to do that? You going to put your tag on? I'd love that.
Is it on? Is it going to be like beside my head, my picture?
Yeah.
I mean, sure.
Cool. Now, there's going to be some things that you're going to be required to look at, like this create a player section.
Hey there. Okay, so it appears as if, who's that guy?
That is Ronnie Goodman. He is the spokesperson for the APFA.
Okay, hey Ronnie. Okay, so am I supposed to read this out loud?
Sure.
Okay, it says, hey there, welcome to the APFA, the next big thing in the virtual football realm. So you think you got what it takes to get out there and make unforgettable history as well as creating moments to be remembered forever out on the field? Well, let's see if you've got what it takes. Head over to the APFA player portal to get started, which is linked down below. After that, head over to the general chat to meet all of your fellow coaches and players. It's your time to shine. Man, Ronnie has faith in me.
Yep. So now you are required to hit that green emote button at the bottom. Right there. And now back out. And you should have access to the entire server.
Wow.
Ta-da.
That's a lot. Why is it so full?
I'll help you understand it all. Maybe that'll be another episode.
Lordy be.
So, you're in.
I'm in. Count me in, guys.
You are in. And where you will find most of the action here is in general chat. Right here. This is where everybody hangs out and says their piece.
Somebody's making fun of me already. I haven't even started yet.
Yeah, you were pretty silly earlier. Okay. So let me ask you, Allison.
Yeah.
With what you know about football and what you know about the league so far, can you tell me some positions you may be interested in for creating a player for season 2? Right now the portal's closed, but it will reopen and you will have the entire season to collect progression points and build yourself a really great player for the next draft.
Well, so this is the part where I'm unsure of all the names of the positions, but I'm going to guess real fast. And I think that you would think I would want to be a receiver or a quarterback because those are high profile, but I want to be a big boy. So I'm thinking like a lineman.
Like a defensive lineman?
Yeah, I want to be a big boy.
Like one that goes after the quarterback?
Yeah, that like a big tank. I want to be a biggin.
You want to get those big sacks, don't you? You like those big sacks.
Yeah, give me that 335 boy.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to be I want to be a tank.
Wow.
Somebody that I don't have to be super finessed.
Oh, you won't be.
I know. It feels right to me. It feels right to just kind of be oafing around. And just, hoping that I am where I need to be when I need to be there. But nobody expects me to be as good as I am.
Okay.
So I'm thinking feeling pretty confident about that.
Okay. Well, that is exciting. I will be interested to see if you change your mind as we go. But that is a very interesting, and I mean, I appreciate it. There is only one other defensive lineman in the entire league so far who's made a player. Yeah. And you know who it is. It's Derek Jinko.
I always knew Derek and I were aligned. We've always been the same.
And his player name is Thikola Joklik.
That is not my favorite name. I don't love that, Derek. My bad. I hate to disrespect, but I would love to be a part of that team with you in terms of like the same vibes, player vibes.
Cool. Very good. If there are any listeners who have a suggestion as to where they think Allie should land her player, let us know. Let us know. I want to ask you another question here, Allie. Chad, you know Chad?
Yeah, super familiar.
You know Chad. Everybody knows Chad. Chad sent me a voice message earlier this morning, and I just love listening to Chad's voice. He really gets to me. But Chad wanted to know, based on initial impressions from the 8 teams, what team gets your vote as the best? So let me go back and pull it up.
Yeah, you can pull up that again, but I can tell you right now, I already know.
Wow.
I know. And it is the one that you totally butchered the name of. It's these pirate boys. The ones who gather the big booty. I love the graphic. I don't know a thing about them. The mystery is great. You can't even pronounce it. They don't even have their name on the logo.
I'm going to show you the name. League staff.
Pungo
Picaroons.
Okay. Yeah, listen, honestly, it's weird and I vibe with it. I think that the aesthetic of it, the mystery of it, you don't really know what it's going to be and how it's going to, operate, but I like the unknown behind it.
Okay.
So that is speaking to me a little bit.
Allison Pierce is vibing with Pungo.
That sounds a little bit like a disease, but we're going to pretend like it's not. Is that a country?
No, it is also in Virginia.
It's a city?
It's a city. Yep. It's a city in Virginia. We have 2 teams in Virginia.
That is random.
Out of the entire world.
Are you for real?
We have 2 in Virginia.
Virginia is for lovers and Pungo pirates, I guess.
So, very good. Allison, this has been great. I really do. I really am glad that you are doing this with me. I hope you stick with it. I hope you don't give up on this whole virtual experience because I think you'll have fun.
I don't know if you're being a patronizing son of a bitch, but it feels almost genuine. I think it's going to be fun for me, if only to understand you better and to give some voice to the people who may just really not get it. And maybe that would kind of help with some buy-in for your new people who were part of this league. I know that simulation football has been around for 100 years and you guys have had a lot of different leagues, but I do think that this league has the potential to be able to kind of stand the test of time, if you will. You have a lot of technology and structure and organization that I think are going to be valuable as you guys navigate this season. So I'm excited for draft day. Does this mean I get to make buffalo chicken dip?
I would love that. Just to sit in front of my laptop with a bowl of buffalo chicken dip. That would really make my day.
Yeah.
With you by my side.
Oh my.
So, well, those were kind words.
You're so welcome.
Those were kind words. Thank you very much. I want to close this pilot episode with some things to watch for. The first thing to watch for is Saturday. We will be having the draft at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the stage on Discord. Want you to also keep your eyes peeled for Legatron's big board. He's been sending out some mock draft things, and I think there's more to come for that. And also keep your eyes peeled in the hashtag player content for players' last chance to kind of promote themselves before they are drafted. So if you have not yet, get yourself out there. Reach out to owners, reach out to staff members, let them know you want to play for their team. You never know what that might do for your draft rating. Next week's episode will be pretty busy. We're going to be doing some post-draft analysis with our reactions from the draft. Allie's first impression of her first week in Discord.
Yeah, I would just like to say I'm not the most active as a human being on things like this. So I'm not a Discord girl, nor have I ever been one. So I'm going to be overwhelmed. And I'm just going to need some grace from the universe in that regard. But I am excited to be a part of it. You know, like I said, I'm anxious for the experience.
Baby steps.
Baby steps. And honestly, this Discord is intimidating, full disclosure.
It is. I will break it down for you soon enough.
Oh, thanks.
And we will also be breaking down each team in their roster after the draft so that we know what each team has as far as users go into season 1. You and I will be breaking that down next week. Mm-hmm. I want all of the owners to pay attention to hashtag podcast channel and send in your suggestions, your comments, whatever you might want to see us talk about as far as segment ideas go. If you are interested in being part of the podcast, let us know. I do think next week we're going to try to step this up. I think as long as we get enough interest, we will be doing this live with video as a show instead of a purely audio version. So I think that would be super fun.
It will be something, honey.
So just let us know what you think. If you like it or not, we are willing to change the way that we're doing things in order to make it enjoyable for the rest of the league. But I want to finish by giving an official thank you to Liam for the website. It's amazing, more than I could have ever asked for. Very appreciative of that. And also a shout out to The Lock for his work that he's done on the Discord server, trying to take what is very much overwhelming and make it a little easier to read. I know you may not understand that yet, still overwhelming, but trust me, it is condensed and easier to follow now. So thankful for him and all his time, and for him in introducing Ronnie Goodman to our server. You asked about Ronnie Goodman. Mm-hmm. I didn't really explain what he does. He is AI. And he is AI who has been educated on the APFA. And his job is to answer questions for people who are in the server.
Interesting. That's weird.
You can ping Ronnie. He'll answer your questions, and he will always promote the server.
Full disclosure, he's probably going to be my BFF because I'm going to ask him questions that I don't want to ask you guys when I feel dumb and ignorant. I'm going to be like, Ronnie, my guy, help a girl out and answer these questions. That's going to be kind of nice.
Very good. Well, Ronnie will be your best friend. So thank you guys for listening. We'll see y'all Saturday, and we will circle back to this show next week. Allie, any last words?
Go fake football.
I hate you.